Shalom. This is Brother Yalai giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim, pushing the truth, sincerity, and charity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. The title may be Doubtful Thomas for this video. I'm just going to go into a topic. And, Thomas was still numbered among the 12, but he was called Doubtful Thomas. So, he just needed a little bit more faith than other brothers. He ain't have as much faith as the other brothers at that time. And I just wanted to put out a disclaimer that this is not a reason to give yourself leeway or leisure to play with the grace of the Lord. But there are brothers that do have less faith. And I got something for that. This is Sirach 3:24. It says, many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. So, a lot of things happening in not just the walk, but in the world. And Jake go through things in the world and in the walk, in the faith. And some Jake are a little bit more used to being conned by con artists. Some Jake are a little bit more used to being manipulated and scammed and lied to. And that may put, distrust on you. But you have to always remember to get back to the clear when those demons jump on you. Go back to what you understand. That's why you have to be built up in this book. You have to be reading. And when you're reading, you'll be fully persuaded. That's what the scripture says. Let all men be fully persuaded. How you gonna be fully persuaded if you ain't got a foundation? That's why I say don't read all the other books and stuff. You gotta start with this book first. You have to start with the scriptures, right? King James 16:11, Old Testament, Apocrypha, and New Testament. You have to be built in this. Believe and be fully persuaded, and that's your armor. That's why you gotta put on the armor of God. It talks about in the scriptures the armor, the boots, the breastplate, the helmet. You have to put these things on because if you're not preparing for the battle, you're gonna get cut, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna bleed. So this is John chapter 1, verse 46. It says, and Nathanael said unto him, can there any good thing come out of Nazareth? Philip said unto him, come and see. 47. Yahushua saw Nathanael coming to him and said of him, behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile. Nathanael said unto him, whence knowest thou me? Yahushua answered and said unto him, before that Philip called thee, when thou wast under a fig tree, I saw thee. And 49. Nathanael answered and said unto him, Rabbi, thou art the Son of God, thou art the King of Israel. And then Yahushua had responded to the brother. He said, you believe based off this small thing? Because this wasn't a big miracle. He just said, yeah, I saw you on the fig tree earlier. And he believed. So on the other side, you may have brothers that's smaller in faith, got less faith, but other brothers, don't take much to believe. They sold from the very first instance. Sold. It don't take too much to convince. They believe. They know that this is the truth. And you don't know what could have been going on in Nathaniel's mind, because who knows? When throughout this whole interaction, Nathaniel could have been thinking, he could have been thinking, man, I want to be under a tree. Or he could have been thinking about being under the tree, or being under a tree thinking about it. And then the Lord just answered his thoughts, like he read his mind. You don't know what could have really went down, because the Lord could read people's minds. This is Matthew 9:3-4. So verse 3 says, and behold, certain of the scribes said within themselves, within their own thoughts, this man blasphemeth. And Yahushua, knowing their thoughts, said, wherefore you think evil in your hearts? And your hearts is your mind. Okay, your mind. So, yeah, you don't know. He knows his sheep. The scriptures say, the sheep, they know my voice. You know, I call them, they know my voice. So yeah, let me see what I also wanted to bring out. Yeah, even Peter had doubts, so I'm gonna get that. Let's say in the ERV. I like how the text is, so I'm gonna bring it out. Matthew 14:30 through 33. It says, but while Peter was walking on the water, he saw the wind and the waves. He was afraid and began sinking into the water. He shouted, "Lord, save me." Then Yahushua caught Peter with his hand and said, "Your faith is small." So yeah, man, Peter is the head of the church. Now, of course, his faith was built up after that, but at the time his faith was smaller. You see, sometimes, some brothers need a little bit more convincing. That's really what that is. And for the ones that have the stronger, have already been strongly convinced, that have the stronger faith, it's the responsibility of them that are strong to better. Romans 15:1. Then when then that are strong ought to bear, we then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak and not to please ourselves. Verse 2, let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification. So, yeah, that's the point. Is the strong are gonna bear the infirmity of the weak, man. I think the brother Shakaria, he brings an example out, like when it's like when one person sitting in the cell and they waiting, he calm and stuff, and the other person that ain't never been there, he like shaking like, man, are they gonna come back and get us? Like, what are we really gonna be out of here? And but he see the calmness of the other person and like, yeah, bro, just chill, bro. Kick back for a second. We almost out of here. And what that brother being calm does for the other brother is put the other brother that's not as familiar, not as built up, not as strong, puts that brother in a calm state and helps him to relax, and that keeps the calmness, because it say a little leaveneth the whole lump. Well, vice versa. Let righteousness spread. Let that light, like it's like it could be a beacon or a blinder. That light can bring you in or draw you away. So your calmness can help make another brother calm. Your faith can build up another brother's faith. So that's what I wanted to go over with that. But no, I think that was it. Yeah, that's everything I wanted to go over. Lord willing, it was all edifying. We're going to salute out, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim, pushing and fighting and with sincerity and truth, risking their lives and freedom to do so. I say Kwam Yasharala and Abad Babal.